All right, YouTube. So this right here, like a continuum. This is like the final part of um. This is the final part of my life update video right now. And as you can see, I'm not really how can I put this, bro? I'm not like my energy not there right now. You know what I'm saying? Like my high energy, like the good energy or the positive energy and all that I be having that I normally have, it ain't there right now. Only because right now, as you can see, I'm outside and I'm finna start venting about what I have going on in my life right now. You know what I'm saying? I gotta come outside. And like this I do every night, bro. To like help me go to bed peacefully and all that. To get like my mind clear and whatnot. I do like a lot of going outside and just walking around. You know what I'm saying? Especially like right now, what you're seeing though is like the side of the house right now. This used to be like the old basketball court that I kind of have for grew up playing at. You know what I'm saying? This is like the old goal right there. So yeah, but long story short, bro. Also around this time of night, which I'm about to get into it right now. So here you go. Around this time of night, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro, it's like 50 or 40 degrees out here. You know what I'm saying? But I had to come out here and just clear my mind, bro, because I was supposed to like post a video like hours ago, but I wanted to just like relax and just enjoy my day off. You know what I mean? And I'm also off tomorrow too, but I do get like a dentist appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So like after this video, I might just go ahead and hop in the shower, then go ahead and go to bed right after that. But yeah, like I was saying, I knew I'm gonna come out here at nights. Even like super late at nights. Um, Also I'm a night owl, you know what I mean? And there's a toxic reason why I am a night owl at the same time. It really be because like at nights, like y'all know how, y'all know how Wendigos and like these folklorists be turning into Wendigos and all that, and now werewolves be turning to werewolves or whatever. Vampire be turning to vampires at night. So for me, um, I get like a big ass wave of depression that be hitting me, bro, and it's like that every night. And the reason being because, you know, bro, like, you know, it's just like, bro, like, I be having like so much on my mind like throughout the day, and unfortunately, that's like the downside of being like a deep thinker type person. Cause like there gonna be times, bro, like your mind going to overload mode, and I experience it like every day. So instead of me, coping with it, with using, like negative or like some type of addictive type of like, I can't probably formulate the words right, but what I'm trying to sound like a nutshell, bro, is that like, um, instead of me, turning my problems into a bottle and coping it by, forcing myself to go to the clubs and all that, bro. Matter of fact, I don't want to go into all that, but just know I pride myself on isolate myself a lot. You know what I'm saying? And every day I isolate myself to the extreme to where, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? I just be taking, long walks outside, even at night. You know what I'm saying? Like I be coming out here whatever it's raining or whatever, or cold and free. Like right now, it's like 40 some degrees out here, and I'm cold, but like, I mean, I gotta come outside to come make the video. Uh, Even though I could do it inside, but my voice is so powerful, like off the camera, like my voice carry a lot, and I tend to be not loud mouthed, but like, like my voice can echo throughout the house. So I ain't trying to really go and, have whatever be in my mind. I'm not trying to dispute that, like outside and whatever, well, inside the house, cause I don't know with my parents up and all that. But anyway, so this is like my life update, bro. So what I really want to get into, and mind you, me coming out here, it's helping out with my ADD and like my ADHD, cause you know, like my ADHD come out at random times. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, what's been going on with me? So what's been going on with me is that I know I made like a lot of promises to myself and all that, bro. But the moment since I got home, you know, and which y'all remember like that video that I did about going back home for the first time since the cruise ship. So this is what happened. This is why I've been gone for like 8 days or so. So the reason being because like a lot been happening. Like for one, and y'all know how I just told you that like I get easily angry, bro. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that pissed me off instantly was, and I don't blame my little brother for this. So I got like a little brother named Ryan. He's 21 years old. He a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, like he be like real happy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like happy spirited type dude. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a little bit about him though is that he's 21 years old. He got a child. You know, that's 2 years old. That's my nephew, Morris. And he got a wife named Carrie. They real cool people, bro. Like real cool people, bro. But you know, he told me through text messages right before I went to right before I came back to the house phone, been at like my uncle's house, you know, for like a day or whatever. Long story short, he, and by the way, like this is like a little story time, you know, infused with like the life update video that I'm doing right now. So long story short, he told me that the front door lock, like y'all know like the keyhole, you know what I'm saying? You know, like the whole like the front lock to the front door of y'all crib. Yeah, so he was telling me that that you know like that whole entire like cylinder part had came out, you know, like as he was locking out the house, cause there was house sitting while we was going on the cruise ship the whole entire time. So because that happened, you know what I'm saying? Like he told us about it, so like let us know. Now mind you, before that, nothing was going wrong with it. You know? Nothing was wrong with it. So once I heard that, well, once he told me, I was on the road coming back home, and I was like, now in my head I'm like, bro, what? But mind you, like, I don't blame him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got like Loki. Anyway, that's neither here or there, bro. I'm not gonna go into that because that's gonna segue into me talking about something, you know, something else that my brother and his wife did, and me personally on the channel, I'm not gonna go into deep about, you know, like stuff that upset me and my family, you know. I ain't finna put people on blast, bro. And you know, I don't like talking about family business like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not like a kiss and tell type nigga, bro. Like, you know, like whatever be like bad going on or whatever like that, or you know, like that's toxic. I'm not gonna go around telling my family business because that ain't fair to them. You know what I mean? And plus, that ain't right, bro. You know. So I'm gonna leave that story right there, and I'm gonna put a pin in it, and we're just gonna close that chapter right now. But when it come down to me, something killed my spirit along the way. Me making these videos that I made earlier today. So long story short, about a week ago on the 3rd, right? So the songs I found while I'm on the cruise ship, right? I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna get my money. You know what I'm saying? Cause I put in like some PTO days. You know, I put in like 8 days for PTO time. You know what I'm saying? And you know the days that like I put in, couldn't find out none of it went through. I found out on the day of I got paid, bro. And you know how I know that? Because, you know, on my job, right? Like, we have like a system where you know, like we be putting like, I ain't gonna say we were putting, but you know, like we get like notifications or whatever. You know, I forgot what it's called, but you know, and like our PTO thing, right? We put like this type of thing where you know, like we get to like select whatever PTO time we want to use and all that, and we gotta like, get it approved by our manager. And my manager approved it before we went on the cruise, right? But when I got back, like I got back at like, I forgot what day I dropped the video to when I got back. But anyway, that beside the point. I'm going off on the tangent. So I stay focused. So, I found out, long story short, on last Wednesday on the 3rd, I didn't get paid. So what I did was, because normally if stuff like that happen, bro, I low key be wanting to crash out, bro. Like, and I'm trying to do better, bro, with holding my anger in and like just breathing meditation and out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry. I can't formulate the word perfectly in the most best way possible. I'm, you know, in like the best way possible. I'm sorry, bro. Like the more comfortable, you know what I'm saying, like I get along the way of making these videos, but like y'all gonna see, like, you know, like my articulate improve tremendously. But I'm until then, I'm just gonna tell it straight how it is, off the cuff, bro. You know what I mean? So I don't give a damn about another motherfucker talking about my speech and all that, because I know how to properly speak. It's just like right now, bro, I'm just being myself, bro. Like, I'm not finna be all corporal, punctual with my speech patterns and my dialogue and all that. I'm not about to do all that, bro. I'm at the crib. I'm at home, bro. So I don't give a damn if somebody would have come up to me in my comments talking about that, because I'm not going to address you. I'm just letting you know off rip. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already like a hothead, you know, outside the camera for real. And bro, like, I just be trying to just isolate myself whenever like shit like that be happening. And cause bro, I don't want to fit into that, bro. Cause like, the moment I do, bro, I want to do something physical to people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. So it's like, bro, I don't address shit like that in real life. Plus, people don't chime in with like, you know what I mean? Because I stay out the way anyway. So it's like, I don't really gotta worry about it. But if you do come my way, bro, I'm gonna tell like the few the situation with them. But man, other than that, I do not like drama at all, bro. And I had to put that out there, whether in like the conversation or in real life, bro. I do not like drama. But then again, do not come over here. At the same time, bro, do not come over here. And I meant that. I'm sorry, my fault, bro. My fault, bro. Like, I just feel like a lot of emotion tonight, bro. You know, and like the shit really was happening like as like the night was dawning down. And bro, you know, like I said, but like I be dealing with this shit a lot, bro. Like every night, bro. And I could go to a therapist and all that shit, man. You know, and like let that be like the end all be all of my problems and all that, bro. Cause like this shit really be hitting at late at night whenever time you go to bed and all that, bro. And I would go to therapy, bro, but bro, I'm not doing that shit no more. I grew up with a therapist, different therapy all my damn life, like ever since elementary school all the way to 10th grade in high school, bro, almost 11th grade in high school. And all I've been about, you know, like anger management and speech therapy, because I stutter a lot and I say like and a lot. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm not doing it no more because, well, at least not right now, bro. Because, like, I do better on my own anyway. As far as, like, you know, like me practicing on managing my emotions and all that, you know what I mean? And stuff like that in that realm. But anyway, I'm getting on topic. So, leading up to today, bro, today been, bro, like, it's like the moment I came back home off the cruise, right? Like my whole energy just been so dwindling, crazy bad. Like, bruh, cause you know, and I ain't gonna lie, bruh. If any of my, and I'm gonna say it right now, if any of my coworkers see the video, and I hope I ain't gonna run to tell, cause I want to tell you, mind your business, bruh. This Trail Vision for a reason. This whole channel is me. You know what I'm saying? It's about me, bro. Like, It ain't about y'all at all, bro. This ain't about y'all. This is my career. This ain't y'all career. This is my career. Unless some 2K type jump, this is my career, bro. So I hope no one that I work with gonna see the video and then you know like they're gonna pillow talk their way to my manager and all that, bro, or my managers or other people at the job. Please do not do that, bro. Okay, that shit ain't right. Know what I'm saying? But anyway, I said that just in case, bro, cause like I said, bro, like man, I ain't from going all that. Just know, bro. Like and I'm sorry, y'all. Like earlier today, I had all like the right things to say right then and there. Cause it was just on my spirit, it was on my mind. But now I'm trying to just like force myself to get the video out, bro. But long story short, with my life update, man, I've been mentally going through it. Like it's almost like you know, like the moment I came back home and all that, you know, like the more I stayed in my room, the more, you know what I'm saying? Like I started realizing that my money didn't come in last Wednesday, and now I gotta go wait up until this next Wednesday, which is, I think it's like a new day now. I think it's Tuesday morning now. Gotta be. But on like this next Wednesday, you know what I'm saying? Like my money come in, and you know that's whenever like I really get to start my plans as far as like you know me getting back into you know grinding and hustling on you know in DoorDash and try to get my money up. I'm sorry, my hands cold and junk like that. That way I can go in and get me a MacBook, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to work on getting me a MacBook because I don't have, you know, like no type of laptop up to date that I can work on because I do want to start my gaming channel, which is my second channel, Trail Bold. And I'm going to have, you know, like a more like raw and uncut version of me that I want to showcase. Because like this one is going to be, you know, positive as possible and as spiritual as possible. And just therapeutic as possible. This is what this channel Trail's Vision is for. You know what I mean? But yeah, like my job, bro. My job be getting on my nerve, bro. I swear, bro. Cause I do a lot in that job, and it's almost like, bro, like my manager, like my head manager, like I ain't gonna tell her business, and I ain't gonna put her name out there. But man, if you see this, I'm sorry, but somebody gotta say it, bro. Like, there's no reason for like a dude like me that go above and beyond when I'm on the job, and that exceed the expectations that you give me, and that everybody's trying to get me because, unfortunately, I have a problem with suffering from doing too much when I'm working. As far as like, you know, I'm just like a team player, bro. And I don't act fake when I do it. Like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of dude, you know, that really like to, you know, just help out the people that way. Cause if I help them out, they gonna help me out in return. But a lot of people are very selfish, bro. At my job, more so, and just in life that I notice. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, everybody damn near selfish, bro. And this job just draining me, bro. Like my current job is draining me, bro. Like, I'm over there getting, cause like, bro, like my manager, right? Like my head manager, bro, she just be like doing the most, bro. Like she know that I'm like the best person in customer service wise and in productivity wise. Now in her mind, you know, it might be like debatable, cause she play favorites and shit like that. And y'all know how bosses be. Y'all know how most bosses be, but they love to play favorites. And one thing I can't stand is being around favoritism type people. I hate that shit with a passion. You know what I'm saying? Cause, bro, especially like with people like me, bro, that go out their way to be, you know, mutually nice to people and looking out for people on the job. A lot of people don't even treat me right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like now I'm just there to collect the check, bro. And then I gotta act all fake happy whenever I'm there. But the whole time as I'm getting dressed to go, and the night before, whenever it's time to go to bed, I instantly get gradually angry and depressed at the same time and sad because I'm like, bro, I'm going to a job I fucking hate. You know what I mean? And that's why, bro, you know, like, I'm trying to get in like that mindset. I'm going back to job hunting, but this time around, you know, like I want to like, you know, like find like a career that I can get into, you know, that helps suit my personality, me being like a Sigma male and stuff like that. And I ain't even going into all like that rabbit hole about, you know, being like a Sigma male and all that. But just know, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, I might get into like tech or something like that because working around like a lot of personalities, but I can't stand that, bro. And most of like them personalities that like I deal with, very, cause like everybody be questioning, like most people like be questioning me as if I'm ESC. Now I ain't gonna say like the R word, like which is, you know, the retarded, but like that's how people treat me. You know what I mean? People treat me like I have like severe mental disabilities or whatever. Like, bro, I don't need, like, every time I'm dealing with a customer or something like that, you know, everybody dang near asking me, hey, what you need? What you doing? Like, bro, and then most of the people been here, no, some of the people haven't been here at this job more than I have. Like, you fairly new. Trying to ask me, what you doing? And catch attitudes if I don't have it right there and right then and there, so they like it. Like, bro, you ain't my manager. Why you worrying about what I'm doing? You know I'm busting behind. You know what I'm saying? Why you over here trying to slack off all day, every day, and most of the people I work with be slacking off. Meanwhile, bro, I be busting my behind every day. And I'm like that at every job I go to. I'm always busting behind. No bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always going above and beyond. Like, there's no other way like that I can really say that, bro. I really be doing it all. Like, on like some MJ LeBron type jump, bro. But I don't get, you know, like enough freaking credit and recognition and I can't form the words. I'm sorry, because it's like a lot on my mind, bro. And I'm trying to be as calm as possible, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to burst into being all over the place with what I'm saying and all that, bro. But y'all understand, bro. I'm trying right now, bro. I'm trying to put this out, bro. But anyway, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, long story short, like my life update thing that I'm talking about right now, right? Let me resume with that story. So, long story short, because I went on like a little tangent, but long story short, I was going to, you know, get into, what's it called? Like, getting into, you know, calling, you know, one of my managers up about the situation that I found out a day later, because, you know, like the whole entire day when I found out about it, man, I was so angry because I was in like my room, you know, I woke up like that morning, right? Found out about it. Because, you know, I'm always checking like my bank account. I'm always checking my bank account and seeing what's going on, you know. And I found out I woke up to no money in the bank. Mind you know, I got paid while I was on the cruise. So once I get off the cruise and come back on, I was supposed to get paid again. I didn't get paid once I came back on. On the 3rd, you know, like a couple days, you know, after like that cruise, on the 3rd, I didn't get paid. So that whole entire day, I'm patiently waiting for like that shit to hit. It didn't hit at all. And simultaneously, while that's going on, oh, what up, Dad? Have a good rest of your day. Be safe. Yes, sir, man. And long story short, I didn't get my money in. So long story short, man, I was super angry about it, to the point where, and I ain't gonna lie, bro, like I be getting angry to the point where, like, you know, like I be like sitting in my gaming chair in my room for hours on end, just controlling myself because I'm telling. But when I tell y'all, bro, my anger be so bad, bro. Like I grew up. Oh, let me show you. I'm might as well show y'all, right? Might as well show y'all. So over here, right? Let me see. Yeah, right here, right? It's like a newer shit that we got. Whenever I was like, no, back in like 2020 or 2021, we got that shit. So we used to have, you know, like an older version of this shit. Like whenever I was like 17, 18, 16, I used to be coming out here and I used to co-put life with that shit. Like I used to be beating like all type of moon critter type dents in there and all that. And coming out here yelling, you know, like I ain't got no doggone business. It's only because, bro, like, you know, like I was going through a lot in life. Especially like when I was like 16, 17. By the way, I got some unfortunate story times about myself around them ages. And it's certain stories I ain't gonna tell right now because I found out also, and like this is like a good thing about the story time, right? Well, like this video, right? So turn out, found out that my dad watched my videos, and but mind you, I do want to put this out there. I got two dads. I have a stepdad and I got a biological dad. Long story short, just to basically like keep y'all informed, and I ain't gonna tell all of my biological dad or my stepdad business like that, but I will say this though, because one day y'all might see them on the channel, so I want y'all to know. So with like my biological dad, I don't talk to him, nor do I care to talk to him like that. Like it ain't like no bad beef or nothing, you know. Just like a lot happened in my personal previous life before my stepdad came in the picture. When I was like 9, going on 10 years old, a lot of stuff that like he did leading up into when I was like 15 or 16, I literally stopped rocking with him, bro, because there's a lot, and I don't want to tell that business, bro. But just know, like, there's like a reason why I have severe anger management problems, and I have severe depression problems and anxiety problems because of my upbringing. And I don't like to gloat about me being from the hood and all that, because I'm not that type of dude, bro. You know, they like to gloat about being from a certain area, because that shit ain't that shit should not be glorified, bro. That shit is fucking horrible, bro. I wish I didn't go through certain shit, and even cause you know I'm not from like the hood, you know what I'm saying? But you know, like I've been in and out of like the suburban type life. Like I started got getting into like the suburban type life whenever I met my stepdad when I was 9 or 10. Before that, bro, like my mom and my biological dad, like they used to be but they used to be in like a very toxic relationship to the point where like, and by the way, like my mom, she was always like a tomboy, but she was like rough on the edges, but she is like a nurturing woman at the same time too. It is that all my life of me knowing my mom, she had like certain tendencies that my biological dad would bring out of her, with like that ratchet stuff, and then him being, cause on top of that, bro, like my dad wasn't all bad, like my biological dad wasn't all bad. But like he has certain tendencies, bro, of like being like a toxic father, like, and he suffered from being an alcoholic, a very bad alcoholic, but he was functional though, and my mom was too because of being with him, and my mom was never on like that type of timing of being like an alcoholic or whatever, but she dang near got turned into one because of him and all that, and they always had money issues growing up when it was coming up, boom, boom, boom. All that. And he used to have like certain moments where like, he also had anger management issues too because of his upbringing too. And that's why I don't want to drink or smoke, bro. Like, like smoke certain shit or whatever the freak, bro. Because I got like addictive personality my dad gonna sell. Just like my biological dad do and my mama do. And we have like a bad, severe addiction thing that I just got done selling. I don't know how to really formulate it again or relay it again, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. And that's like the most farthest I'm gonna go with that. I was also like the like type of kid that wasn't really getting whoopings like that, but it was certain whoopings I should not get. I mean that I got that I should that I had like no business getting at all. And that's certain story times that I will tell later on, bro. But like I said, I don't want to air out my people business like that. You know what I mean? But certain things I gotta say that is necessary to what makes me in today's time, and what molded me to be the man I am today. But long story short, I might as well make it this like another video, bro. Cause like there's one story time I want to tell about my biological dad. But we ended up he ended up calling me on New Year's Day, I think of 2024, leading up to 2025 or something like that. And we was on the phone for like 2 hours. Mind you, like before that, we never really talk outside of that. Last time we talked outside of that was like whenever like we had to do well whenever he had custody of us, like every weekend or whatever. When I was like 14 and 15, maybe 16, then he would start being around and all that. Then he just went about his own life, got a own family and all that of his own grandkids of his own, and all that. Cause he's a stepdad for all I know, so I don't know outside of that. But he doing good in life now. You know what I'm saying? Like he a trucker, you know. But before, like he was like a trucker, cause he just recently became a trucker, like I think a year ago and some change or whatever. But before that, you know, unfortunately, he used to be hopping around from job to jobs or whatever. You know, trying to make ends meet. You know, but I ain't finna go into that right now. It's about me and my life update, bro. So yeah, bro. Like, long story short, man, I just been going through a lot of mental battles ever since I've been off the cruise. It's almost like everything paused and then resumed as soon as I came back on, bro. But yeah, man, I basically said everything I need to say. I know I've been all over the place, and I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me. If y'all made it through this far, I want to apologize if I lost y'all, bro. But it'd be like a lot going on in my mind. Well, what the time looking like? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I'm 31 minutes in. That's what's up. Um, yeah, man. I think that's everything in a nutshell, bro. But I'm gonna try to go take a shower. In a couple moments, bro. I'm gonna be out for like a little bit, trying to get my mind back together before I go to bed. But for now, I do want to say, oh yeah, I do want to say one thing. About like my dad find out that I do YouTube. My stepdad. And mind you, with him, I do want to say something about him. Me and him, we are like one and the same almost. You know what I mean? Like we are introverts, and we didn't like the same type of stuff as far as like NBA type stuff, basketball type stuff. Which I don't really watch the NBA no more. You know, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care for a lot of reasons, but I ain't finna get into that because they're gonna call me going to like a whole entire tangent. But long story short, well, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna just go get some gas, bro. You know, cause like like I asked like my dad for some gas money. Long story short, and I'm gonna get into it right now. I asked like my dad for like a little gas money because I told him about me not having no money because like my bosses somehow some way or the system somehow some way had my junk like my PTO time that like I picked my days off. They didn't have my stuff because like I found out that like my PTO days were pending. So I just basically was getting my PTO for free with no benefit. You know what I mean? But anyway, he told me that he was going to shoot me, some money. And it's enough for me to get some gas and for me to get some heat for tomorrow too. And he knows I don't really ask for help, bro, because I don't want to be a financial burden to anybody. And that is how I rock, And unfortunately, because of that, I end up starving myself from time to time, especially ever since I graduated high school, there be times, bro, where I go like a couple days or every other, day, like popcorn, like every other day or whatever. I unfortunately gotta go without certain things, like personal hygiene products or whatever, and like different stuff, bro. Like, because I just don't like asking for help, bro. Because whenever I used to ask for help, I used to be, like peeping, like certain people, body languages and shit like that, like, here, you know what I'm saying? Like here, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up not liking the ask for nothing. You know what I mean? Because people get attitude and shit like that by their demeanor, and I do not like that shit, bro. Because nothing pisses me off more than people riding behind, body languages and shit like that, bro. I don't like that shit, bro. But man, really and truly, like this is just a vent session slash the finale of the this type of video. You know what I'm saying? The life of a day. So just everything in a nutshell. Don't make it far. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're new. And I appreciate y'all for coming through and checking me out. thank y'all for the continued love and support that y'all show me, because I really appreciate it. That made me feel a lot better about my situation. Like I said, after like the patient come in, then I'm finna go ahead, get everything ready for my plans. You know, like I was telling y'all, I'm gonna start, you know what I'm saying, get back into DoorDashing again and fixing up my car with certain stuff that I got going on. Because, you know, like before, like the cruise on so short, you know, I didn't get all brand new tire, because all them motherfuckers was dang near bald. And, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go, you know what I'm saying? You know, put on some shit yeah, on them things. You know what I mean? But yeah, and then I go get like a whole nother battery, because, you know, like that shit was cutting off and on and having problems almost for 2 months straight, because I didn't have like the money in the summertime to get everything together before I went on the cruise. You know? Like car issues, I was gonna get together before we went on the cruise, but because of, you know, like my boys at that job, bro, in the summertime they cut everybody hours, because it's their policy to do it. Because, you know, like most of like the workers are college students or whatever, and unfortunately that's one of their policies. And I went from like, cause you know, like the max amount of hours that I get to have in my job is like 40 hours a week. And I normally on average, you know, as like a part-timer, and because I do work my ass off, and some people do appreciate me over there, even though they be slick talking in front of me or behind my back or from afar when I be catching it, through the Saturday net, talking on the Saturday net and all that, whenever I ain't doing shit to like the fucking T right then and there, even though you asked me to do another thing. Anyway, I ain't finna go on all that, bro, because I'll be here for like a whole another hour. Even though this video is already at 36 minutes. Hold on. Yeah, 36 minutes. About to be on 37 minutes in a second. But yeah, bro, like, this is my life, bro. You know what I mean? And look, I don't like to complain, but again, this is just for me to show y'all that if you want something bad enough, even when you at your lower point in your life, bro, even you at your dead lower point, bro, like I am, like I feel like I am right now, bro, you gotta find a way to boss them up out of there, bro. You know what I mean? You got to, bro. You know, no matter if you take it to a parent's house, you know what I'm saying? No matter, you know, if like you get like a car right now, when it first started out, it was like a good, decent used car, and now you just struggling because of, you know, like current station in life and all that, bro. And because shit just generally getting retarded and getting just stupid and just getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like just be lifing for me, bro. And you know, I know me like a positive person, bro. But in my private life, bro, like once and never, you know, I'm away from all that shit. Like, that's making me, you know, deal with everything that happened to me, bro. And then I gotta go into my personal time, isolate myself from everybody, and just try to breathe and meditate and get my mental back in order. That's what I mainly do every day. You know, I don't really do much, bro. But for y'all, I want to do a lot, bro. Because I want to make an impact out here, bro. You know, like before it's my time to, you know, to get up out of here, and you know, before like God called me up and all that, bro, I wanna make a staple out here. You know what I'm saying? I wanna, you know, be one of them dudes that made an impact. You know, that pioneer way. You know, for content creators that keep it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be that type of dude, bro. You know what I mean? And it's embarrassing, you know, if how I feel like that. But, bro, I want to, like, let people know, bro, you can really start at any point in your life, bro. And I'm sorry, you know, I'm looking around because, you know, I live in the country. And they be bears and shit out here, and deers and shit, and all type of shit in the, you know, whistling in the doggone bushes and shit like that. So, you know, I always gotta be on point when I'm out here for real. But yeah, bro, y'all get what I'm saying, bro. But yeah, I'm sorry, I can be long-winded, you know, a lot of times. But long story short, man, that's everything in the video, bro. After I get paid, like I said, cause I ain't gonna lie to you, you know, this paycheck that I was supposed to have last Wednesday, I was gonna do, you know, like a nice food review And I was gonna go to like an actual restaurant, dressed up nice and all that. Get real spiffed up. But because of that, you know, I had to put that on hold, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna do like a fire video too about that right there. And I ain't gonna sell at the place, but I'm gonna still do it though. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, as soon as my money get back in the order, I'm gonna show y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna definitely do it. But that's everything, because I'm getting cold as freak, bro. And I'm gonna get this gas for my car before I go ahead and get up out of here. So for now, thank y'all again for everything. Y'all keep y'all head up. Y'all do the best y'all can out there, man. You know? And it ain't never too late to get up out of any addiction that you in. It ain't never too late to turn your life around. It ain't never too late. Even in like the midst of you in the unfortunate place in your life, it ain't never too late to turn around. Cause trust me, bro, I got like a lot of souls about myself that I've been through, that unfortunately I put myself through because, you know, I ain't gonna say like I ain't had like people to tell her in my ear the whole entire time when I'm going through stuff, but like it's hard to shake certain shit off. You know what I mean? When you going through a lot of psychological shit in your life because you feel like life just be treating you different than everybody else around you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, bro, I don't want to go into all that because I'll be here all day, all night. But thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. All right, y'all.